I feel like the man, and don't give a fuck what they saying, cause all of my shit is go jam. You niggas is playing. I got one hand in the money.
And now we're going on to Shannon and Skip.
Skip. Look at that, Skip.
I love Shannon's take on it. Shannon, he hit the nail on the head. For real. I love his take on the whole situation. Shannon Sharp, he funny as hell. I play a little bit of them. I don't know how they act or false like someone using their content.
Before winning Best Actor for his portrayal of Venus and Serena Williams' father in King Richard last night, Will Smith shocked the Oscar audience by slapping Chris Rock. Happened on stage after the comedian made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett. During his acceptance speech, a teary-eyed Smith apologized to the Academy, but not to Rock himself. After the show, LAPD said Rock would not be pressing charges. What is going on? Shannon, how surprised were you by all of this drama?
Hell, I was surprised and shocked as everybody, because I'd never seen anything like this. This is the epitome. This is the height of what they do.
Yeah.
This is the Oscars.
It is.
This is not, we've seen at some of the award shows, and we don't need to name them, where people get to fighting, people get to shooting, but this is, people of elegance, and they, just, they're high and mighty, and they're dressed in their best, their Sunday best, and they're, this is where they go to be lauded for their performances, and to have Will Smith behave in this manner. He's talking about, he's protecting his wife. Well, where was her protection of a man when she was at the red table talking about what she was doing with this entanglement?
But see, people saying that. People saying, like, where was her protection when August was up in the air? But, I mean, reports that came out that Will Smith gave August his blessing.
Actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
To lay with Jada Pinkett. I mean, he knew about it. He knew about that. It's no way. I mean, the way they was hanging out and socializing with one another and taking those racy pics and stuff.
That's hot.
He knew about it. August came out and said, he went to Will and he asked for Will's blessing. And he said, okay, you can keep my wife's company. I heard somebody's take on it maybe like a few days ago. It was O'Shea Duke Jackson, another good channel. I love his take on it. He said Will was fine with Jada messing around with August because he got tired. He was tired of her. He's tired of Jada. I think he's trying to be a good husband. He's trying to give everything to please his wife. He's trying to do everything in his power to please his wife. And nothing's grad. Everything he does to try to please her, she don't appreciate. To me, she's very, very ungrateful. And he's like, go ahead, August, lay the pipe on her, man. Get her out of my face, you know what I'm saying? Give me some peace. And I think she was starting to catch feelings with August. And she was like, nah, I can't leave my husband for August because we all know who the breadwinner is. We all know who got the money. And she leave Will for August. She's basically stepping out the house with nothing. Because, I mean, in court, okay, you leaving with this man. How you think we're going to split up everything when you leave me for another man? Nah. That's why she cut that joint off with August after she done messed his head up.
Where was her protection of her husband? Chris Rock is a comedian. What comedians do, they can do this better than anybody else. They can take a real life situation and make it funny. That's what comedians are. Comedians take situations, and that's why I say, we up here all the time, Skip. I said, there's truth in
Skip. Come on, Skip.
That's what they do.
There's the most truth in jokes.
So now,
sorry about that, folks. My camera back.
Precedent. I'm saying something about somebody, oh, look at that weave, or look at this hair, man, bro, what you got on, man, that's terrible. He walks up on stage. What he should have done is what DC Young Fly did last year when somebody came up on the stage and whipped him.
I can't take this shit no more. Come on.
Because, see, this is going to be out there for perpetuity. But also would have been out there for perpetuity.
DC got them things.
I'd have whipped Will Smith ass.
I know you.
I would have whipped. He'd have had to whip me, or I'd have had to whip him.
Ain't that the truth?
Every time I see him, it's on sight.
Every time. It takes one. It takes one to see one. Real. It takes one to see one. I'm just like that. You can whoop my ass. If I didn't start it and you brought it to me, I'm gonna give it back to you. You can whoop my ass 100 times. I come back 105. But nah, you ain't gonna slap me.
There ain't nothing say. Hey, hold on. I'm watching him at the Vanity Fair, and Will Smith is carrying on like ain't nothing happened. And then you apologize to the Academy. At the Academy, you need to apologize to that man. Skip, let me tell you, there's three things.
Say anything to Chris Rock.
You say the N-word, you spit on me, and you slap. Because if you go back when we were less than, that's what they did.
I'll say spit on me and slap me. And then the N-words for everyone else. I mean, you really not even gonna slap anybody black for saying the N-word. You can, but it's unlikely for one black person to slap another one for saying the N-word. But if you white, you getting them jaws warm real quick.
They slapped you.
Got it.
Because that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. When you hear somebody, they don't say I'm gonna punch you, they say I'm gonna slap the you know what out of you.
Slap, spit out your mouth.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Will Smith and his crowning achievement, he finally won an Oscar. And he had some performances that he could have easily won one.
Right.
Now, Will Smith won the Oscar in 2022, but what? This overshadows it. He's never going to be able to live this moment down.
He had a pile of great performances.
Moment, his joy is marred by this.
Because most people anticipated he was going to win Best Actor.
Right.
Okay.
And so now you take the moment away from Venus and Serena about their dad, the story about their family and their dad. You stole that moment from them. Why? Because he made a joke. This is the first time I get it. Chris Rock said something back in 2016 when Will Smith said he was going to boycott, and Jada said she wasn't coming also, and Chris Rock said, well, they didn't invite you anyway. So, but Skip, this for him to do that, considering some of the things that she had said at her round table about an entanglement, he ain't slapped that guy. That's the guy you should be mad about.
Yep.
Again, he knew about the entanglement. So why are you gonna slap a guy you gave the grace to?
It doesn't make sense.
That's crazy.
I'm so disappointed because it's for the world to see. I don't know how many people was watching. Say 5, 10, 15, 20 million people was watching.
Not what it used to be, but go ahead.
But it's us. You see, it's us. And all y'all out there talking, oh, that's his man protected his woman. Really? That's what y'all think this is about. It's embarrassing.
It was embarrassing,
though. I hope he went to bed. I hope he prayed. This was embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed, okay? We're gonna keep it real. I'm embarrassed, okay?
To the highest degree.
Very, very highest. When I first saw the slap, I was like, oh shit, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. And I was like, oh, Will, gangster.
Yo. You got the juice now.
And then my daughter was showing it to me, and I was like, where is this at? She said, the Oscars? I said, the Oscars? He slapping this man at the Oscars like that? Then I was just very, very disappointed. I didn't know why he slapped Chris Rock at first. I didn't know anything. I just knew that it had to be something very, very egregious for him to slap that man like that at the Oscars. And then it came out it was a joke. Oh man, I was very sad after that. I was like, damn, because every little thing that a black person do is amplified by 10. You know what I'm saying? A black person jaywalk, it's like he just robbed a bank or something. It's crazy. It's not like that in every scenario, in every situation, but more times than not, you know what I'm saying? And everything we do is amplified, which is bullshit.
I'll take it from a different perspective on this side of the table.
I really don't want to hear Skip talk.
I have watched these awards for many, many years. Yeah. You know how into film and movies I am. So I hang on their every word. Yeah. It's lost me a little bit over the last 4 or 5 years. And because the Lakers were on last night, I had to tape it. Usually I would watch it.
Skip about to say, LeBron would have beat his ass.
But I'm not going to preempt LeBron for this.
I knew it. He got to bring LeBron in every damn thing.
So the point is, for those who don't know the ceremony, to your point about the high and mighty there, the goal of the stand-up comics who are either to open the show is to puncture said egos.
Right, he was a presenter, so he wasn't even the host.
He wasn't the host, but the goal of some presenters, and definitely the hosts, is to puncture egos of high and mighty, because Hollywood wants to send the message to the country, well, we don't take ourselves that serious.
Right.
Okay, so I am the biggest Chris Rock fan. He is funny.
He is.
He always the biggest fan of somebody. Every show, he's the biggest fan of whoever they talking about. Kills me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he can be scathing funny. Right. This was a cheap shot at Will's wife because she does suffer from a hair loss condition that she's often talked about on her show and other mediums.
And who knew that shit? Who knew Jada was losing her damn hair and she couldn't do anything about it? Nobody knew about that. You can't always assume somebody know your business.
And it was a low blow. It's just a cheap shot. Right. And I didn't love it because you could see Jada didn't love it immediately, and Will was still smiling, so it shocked me what he then did. Right. Okay, now I'm going to take it one step deeper. I think he knew pretty well that he was going to win this award, playing King Richard, obviously the father of the Williams
Venus
sisters.
and Serena.
And it almost felt like he lost it a little bit because he almost went to the Oscars in character, and he talked about it in his acceptance speech.
So he was a
because he said art imitates life.
Whatever.
I run a stack up on anything. I fuck a stack up on anything. I fall off, I get back off of anything. I roll up at Pat on anything. I pull a zip off in anything.